Okay, right now, so with the help of my tracing wheel, I'm going to be tracing out the sleeve, the inner sleeve. I'm going to be tracing out the inner sleeve with the help of my tracing wheel right now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tracing it on this part. So I'll simply fold this into two. You can see that. So once I fold this, I will be able to trace the lower part onto this, as you can see. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to start tracing with my tracing wheel. So okay, I've got people asking me, what can we do if we don't have a tracing wheel? Well, this is what I'm going to say. I've actually not how do I say it? I have not tried it. Okay, let's say this is what you are going to do. If you don't have a tracing wheel, that means you'll be wasting a little bit of paper. Let's say, I don't know. So what you want to do is you want to cut this out as a whole. You want to cut all those points out as a whole for the top part. And then you place that top part on another paper, and then you trace all around. Then you mark all around that point. And once you have that, that means you have two pieces of the top part. Now once you have two pieces of the top part, then you can then go ahead and cut one piece of the top part. You cut away, then you cut this inside one from that one piece, and then the one you trace onto a new part will be your new top part. So that means the original top part will not be useful because you're going to be cutting it away, and you'll be left with just this. So but the best way to do that is just simply use your tracing wheel. Another thing I learned to do is, this is time consuming actually, but that was something else I learned, and you can also do it as well. Your pin. You can see my pin, you start marking with your pin. Yeah, you can do that as well. So let's see, maybe I'm even going to have to use this. Yes, let's use this for the sake of most of us that do not have a tracing wheel. You understand that? So I'll be using the pin. This might take a little bit of time actually. So I'll just be using the pin to mark. Make sure your markings are, how do I call it? So, okay. So you can see I'm not placing it just like this because it might not show. I have to tilt this thing a little, and you can see that. So I have to tilt it a little and then continue just like this. Okay, so this way I have actually traced all those points onto a new. The space is actually not very important. You can see I have to space it. So let me take the camera closer so you can see what I have done. So you see these points. You can see what I did. This is the line I traced for the pattern before earlier, but then you can see the lines I have on my pins now with my pins. So you see that. So you can use this also, and it will transfer easily. You can see this is different from a tracing wheel. You see what a tracing wheel does? So that's what you're going to get, but we have a little bit of spacing right here, and you can see. So let's turn it over and then trace that out. Once we have successfully been able to trace it, let's remove this top part and then cut the lower part. Okay, right now you can see and it's clear. You can see the pattern as I've traced it. Now you can see, and it's actually very clear. So your pin also will do wonder. It may consume a little bit of time, but at the end of the day, the times will be worth it. So let's go ahead and trace this lower part out. Okay, my pencil and my ruler. So I can see what I'm trying to trace clearly. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you can see right now I have traced my, what do I call it? Aha. As you can see, I've traced my lower part, my under sleeve, onto another paper. I'm just simply going to cut that out now. So I have my pattern cut out, and you can see this. I have exactly the same thing right here. So you can choose to keep this for future reference. Maybe you have a pattern you want to make for someone of the same size. You can keep this, or you can choose to just cut it, because I'm going to be using mine for the top sleeve. So I'm not keeping this because I can easily draft another one for another person at any time I want to do that. So, but just in case you want to save this for a client, you can actually have this saved for a client. So you just have to trace it out later when you need it. One more thing before we go, quickly. You have to measure your circumference, the sleeve circumference. It should be at most 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches wider than your original almost circumference. So I'm going to be having to measure mine. I forgot to do that. So right here I have 7.5, and I'm going to continue from here. 7.5. Okay, right here I have about 21.75. So this is about 1.75 inches. 1.75 inches bigger than my armhole 19. You can know 20, 21. Am I correct? 20 will be 1 inch. Wait. Am I correct what I'm saying? 19 inches to 20 will be 1 inch, 21 will be 2 inches. That is about 2.75. Come on, that is too much. Okay, let's try measuring again. We are 7.5 right here. And 16, 17, 18. Okay, yeah. Not 21.75. Actually, you can see this is 21.75 here. So it is 20.75. So that means it is 1.75 larger than my distance. And for the kind of fabric I'm using, it is cool. It's a little bit heavier fabric. You can see it's a bit heavier. So if you're using a lightweight fabric, 1.5 is cool. 1.25 to 1.5 is cool, and then that's what you will get. You can just decide to, like, increase this 1 inch maybe to 1 1/4 if you want a smaller something. So, but this is cool. It's actually cool for that measurement. So I have my top sleeve and my under sleeve right together. So the next thing we'll do is get to place it on the fabric and cut. Thank you.